Hello and welcome to the Liminal Key. My name is Carrie, and I'm going to be doing a channeled reading for you from the Akashic Records today. So I'm going to tap in and we're going to get started. I want to thank the guides and guardians of the Akashic Records, bringing forth these messages of light, clarity, and love for this community. What do we need to hear? The image I'm getting and a sensation that's coming through is that you are being prepared for something. It feels as though there is something going all the way down for many of you, all the way down to your third chakra, your solar plexus. That is your power center. And that is the part of you that really is confident, that is strong, that has power. And the sense that I'm feeling here is that spirit is really moving you right into your physical body, your physical reality, so that you can start feeling powerful in your life and feeling guided to do your next steps and not living in fear and uncertainty and wavering in a lack of knowing. And so I think this is a great place to start pulling some tarot. Let's just see what that further message is about feeling empowered. So we're pulling the Lovers card right away. And, the Lovers can be a relationship, but it's also about duality. It has a lot to do with masculine and feminine energy, yin and yang. And with this message of the feeling of empowerment in your third chakra, it feels like you're combining both of those parts of yourself, the masculine and feminine, the yin and the yang, in order to really have balance in your life. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so we're getting the 10 of Wands. That is definitely showing that more than likely some of you really have felt completely drained and as though you're at the end of a cycle. And that really means that when you're at the point when you have felt like you've done all you can in a situation, and this could be a relationship, this could be in your life in some area, it could be work, it could be just things that you're going for in your life with goals. And the challenge, it seems like, has to do more so with like, am I going to be able to do this? That's the sense I'm getting. Do I have the courage? Do I have the confidence? And what Spirit's really saying is you have all the things you need. You have every single thing you need in order to take the next steps. I do get a sense that possibly some of you having a little bit of fear around that. That's what it feels like. And uncertainty, whether or not that you can end the thing that you've had in your life and then begin something that is new. But this is a yes, because we're getting the Chariot card. The Chariot means movement. It means confidence. But it's interesting because it's right before the Lovers card. So, excuse me, it's right after the Lovers card. So this is this idea of, you've probably gone through these stages. That's what it feels like, where you've prepared for something and now you're ready to leave or to lead. That's what I'm hearing them say. The leading is very interesting because it feels like some of you maybe haven't been as much in a role where you've been maybe the leader in something or taken on the position of being in charge. But you've been waiting in the wings. That's what it feels like to me, waiting in the wings. And now you feel like it's your time. You're moving from either student or apprentice into being more in the mastery role. But that can feel scary. But I feel like Spirit's saying, you've got this. This is something you've got. Three of Pentacles. So you're going to have a lot of help along the way. You're not going to be doing this on your own. This is going to be a collaboration, either with other people, also very much so with being in a team environment. So you're still going to be able to learn what you need to learn along the way. You're not going to be left to your own devices. That's what I'm hearing. Ooh, another two. Okay. So this is definitely the theme because we're getting the Two of Cups now. So this could also be a relationship. I also really love the red roses on this as well. Red roses to me actually mean protection. They mean a deep also connection with divine feminine. So really feeling empowered as far as your own intuition, your heart space, and then whatever you feel the most affinity for. I love this energy for you. Three of Cups. So that's another situation here where we have harmony, we have friendship, we have even people that are going along with you on this journey. So you're not going to feel alone. The thing I was just thinking about that came in is this idea of, when you move into, you are the person where you're all students together, or you've all done the same level of like training together, or you've all gone along on the same team together, but all of a sudden one person maybe goes to the top to start training to do something different or leaves to go off to do something completely away from home. That's what it feels like. But what I'm hearing is that you're going to either be meeting new people along the way, or the people that are really true allies and companions are going to be there also to support you. That's what it feels like. And I love this idea too of the birds as well, and that they're all looking into the future together to see what comes next. Changes are here though. The Tower. And a lot of the time when we pull the Tower, people shudder and think, oh my gosh, does that mean everything's going to fall apart? I actually look at the Tower often as a time for letting go of things that are no longer in alignment. So the things that have been weighing you down, the things that aren't really working anymore. And we don't ever want to be afraid of change. We want to remain centered and really confident that the things that are leaving our life are really not supposed to be there. I know that's not always easy to accept, but having that confidence and belief in spirit that everything's going to work out. Another card goes down. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles. Right now, actually, we are living in, this is the time of Taurus, and we're actually in the time of the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is very connected in with the energy of Saturn. And I recently read this whole chapter of a book by a woman, a tarot scholar named Susan Chang. She's incredibly knowledgeable about tarot and the occult. And she drew the connection that is there with the Seven of Pentacles with Saturn. And Saturn really is Father Time. He is the energy, the planetary energy of limitation. He has to do with also containers that keep us in something, like our skin. It's connected to our skin. It's also connected to cycles ending. So, and this is really telling you again that just trust the process, the limitations, even if you feel like there's growing pains and some things aren't working out, trust the process that everything is going to work out, especially when you're looking at the container of having the Tower, and then you have all those threes just showing you that everything is going to move in the right direction. Ace of Swords is here. So that really shows clarity of idea. Also being able to cut through any obstacles and things that maybe feel heavy to you or feel as though they're not clear. You do have, this is also really a card of protection. I always look at this as like Archangel Michael's sword, but also you're going to be able to have that kind of knowledge and clarity so you can see through any of the challenges. This is really a time of growth for you. That's what it really feels like, because we're getting the monarch butterfly, which always has to do with, when you're incubating because you're in the cocoon, and then you start spreading your beautiful wings. And it's the spread of the wings that actually makes you really strong. So trust that process. And then finally, I love this so much. We'll pull some oracle as well. The High Priestess is here. So trust your intuition, trust your spirits, trust your higher self, and trust the process. You're really taking off in such a beautiful direction. I'm excited for you. You'll have to come back and let me know what's happening. And please be sure to comment below too. If you enjoy this, I would love it if you could subscribe and make comments and do the thumbs up. We're doing one of my favorite new oracle decks. I love it so much from Rebecca Campbell. It's the Inner Temple. If you are a fan of beautiful oracle decks and you really resonate with that divine feminine vibe, you'll love this deck. Let's pull a card for you for this. Okay. So we have two cards that are opposing each other, and I'll show you what I mean. On one side, we have scarcity. On the other side, we have plenty. Now, in this moment, the card came up as scarcity, but we have this opportunity right now for you to change your perspective and to come from the perspective of plenty and really taking that fear, that uncertainty that makes you feel as though you have to prepare more, or you're not ready, or that it's difficult, and focus on the energy of plenty. Again, coming from your third chakra. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I will look forward to seeing you again for another Akashic Records reading. Take care.